What's up internet, I'm Manish from RebellionRider.com. 2 years back I did the tutorial on how to install Oracle SQL Developer on Windows 7. Since then so many things have changed. Several updates and versions of SQL Developer have come out. Moreover, most of us have updated our OS from Windows 7 to Windows 10. So I guess it's the right time to do an update video and learn how to install Oracle SQL Developer on Windows 10 64-bit. All those who have Windows 10 32-bit shouldn't worry, as you can still follow this tutorial since all the steps are the same. Before we get on with this tutorial, let me clear the most common doubt that I received from you guys in comments and email. SQL Developer is a free database management and development tool created by Oracle itself. You do not have to pay a single penny to use this software. Though SQL Developer is completely free, yet it is a very powerful tool in the market and packs several features which you don't even find in various paid software. Moreover, both database developer and administrator can take advantage from this tool. Before starting this SQL Developer tutorial, let me be clear that this is not a sponsored video and I am not getting paid for doing this tutorial. That being said, let's start. SQL Developer software will require the latest version of JDK Java Development Kit installed on the system for the proper working. If you already have JDK installed on your Windows 10, then you can skip this step. Let's quickly download JDK. First, head over to Google and search for JDK. Then go to the first link. Once you are here, click this download button under JDK section. This will take you to the Java SE Development Kit 8 download page. To download the JDK, you first have to accept the license agreement. And then from the list, download the JDK compatible with your operating system. In my case, I'm installing it on my Windows 10 64-bit, so I will download files from the last link, which is Windows x64. If you are installing JDK on Windows 32-bit version, then download the JDK from the Windows x86 link, which is the second last in the list. You can find this direct link for JDK download in the video description right below the like button. Anyways, just to save your time, I have already downloaded the JDK 8. As you can see here, it is an executable file, thus right click on it and select Run as Administrator. Press Next on the welcome screen. From the custom setup, note down this directory path somewhere. This will be your JDK home path where your JDK will be installed, and you will need to supply this path to your SQL Developer tool. If you want, then you can change this directory location for your JDK, but I'm good with the default location. Now click Next. This will start the JDK installation. This installation could take some time, thus I am fast forwarding this process. Java Development Toolkit will also install JRE Java Runtime Environment on your system. For that, it will ask you to specify the location for its installation. If you want to change the default location, you can click this change button. Otherwise, hit Next. So our Java SE Development Kit 8 has been successfully installed. Next, we have to install the SQL Developer on Windows 10. SQL Developer does not require any installation. You simply have to download and extract the SQL Developer executable files and start using them. Let's see how. First, we will have to download the SQL Developer software. For that, again go to Google and search SQL Developer. Then go to the SQL Developer download website, which is usually the first link in the search. For your convenience, I have provided this SQL Developer download direct link in the description below. Once you are here, accept the license agreement and scroll down a little bit. Here you will find the list of all the SQL Developer tools available for different platforms. Here you have two options. You can either download the SQL Developer from the first link, which is only available for Windows 64-bit and include JDK 8, or you can download the SQL Developer from the second link, which is available for both Windows 32 and 64-bit version. As we have already downloaded and installed the JDK 8 on our system, thus we will download the SQL Developer from the second link. To download the SQL Developer files, you need to supply the username and password and sign into your Oracle account. If you don't have your Oracle account, then create one. It's completely free of cost. Again, to save the time, I have already downloaded the SQL Developer software. As you can see, software is downloaded as a zip file. Thus, first we have to extract the contents of this zipped folder. Here we have the extracted content, which is a folder with the name SQL Developer. I always prefer to place this folder along with all my Oracle database directories, even though it is not mandatory at all. You can place this folder anywhere in your Windows 10. Next, open this folder and find an executable file whose name is sqldeveloper.exe. Remember, I said SQL Developer does not require any installation. To launch the software, you simply have to find sqldeveloper.exe and execute it. So here is the desired executable file. Now double click and execute it. On execution, you will see a security warning. Don't worry about that. If you do not want to see this warning again, simply uncheck this checkbox and hit run. This will launch your SQL Developer. Next, SQL Developer will ask you to supply the Java JDK home path. This is the path which we noted down in the second step of JDK installation. In case you forgot to do that, you can always find your JDK home in the Java folder, which is located in program file directory. Also, you do not have to specify a JDK path every time you open your SQL Developer. It's a one-time thing only. Once you specified the correct path, then hit OK. You will get your SQL Developer. That's all you have to do. If you want to learn how to make a database connection using users such as HR or sys in SQL Developer, then I suggest you to watch the SQL video 4 or read the blog on the same. Find all the links in the description. That's all about on how to install Oracle SQL Developer on Windows 10 64-bit. Hope you enjoyed watching. If so, then don't forget to hit the like button. Also, do make sure to share this post on your social with your friends. More importantly, subscribe. Thanks for watching. This is Manish from RebellionRider.com.